All right. So just wanted to touch bases with fellow diasporans to try to connect. Uh, Met Tony briefly on Dr. Harnett's channel and what she's doing. And I don't know if I mentioned it on an email, but I'm in North Carolina and I'm affiliated with Dr. Um, Chiambari Kwao. I'm the co-chair of the ADDI North Carolina chapter. So I'm not too sure how familiar you are with Dr. Arakana and what she's doing, but in part of my journey in terms of connecting with fellow diasporans and just to network and build and what we're doing respectively to make our way back, or if they're already on the continent, what we may be doing as far as investments and things of that nature. And I know on the Dr. Harnett webinar, you mentioned some things that you were doing. So I said, well, let me reach out to this brother and see what he has going on and then have a conversation and just share this with the groups that I'm with. Within the North Carolina side, I'm connected, like I said, with the chairperson of the ADDI North Carolina division. He has a newsletter as well to kind of get information out to people. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 7,000 um, subscribers to that newsletter. And I'm doing something on my end in terms of my YouTube channel, Live in West Africa. So just if you could introduce yourself and where you're at and what you're doing, and we can go from there.
Okay, thanks, and nice hearing from you. My name is Tony, and we got to know from the Dr. Hannes business platform. What I do is I am right now the CEO for the African group of a company known as Garbino. This company is a manufacturing company, and it has got other companies, different companies built into it. So we deal with a whole lot of products, ranging down from medical equipment, not medicine, medical equipment, IVD products, all products, theater products, basically everything concerning machines. We also do tractors and farm tractors and attachments, the same company. We deal also in EV cars. Yes. And we have been trying and studying the African market for a long time. And we came out saying that the African market is huge and large, but everything thrives on the price. So what we do is when we get a potential customer, we are in the position to work together with the customer in order for the customer to get the price right because of because we are the manufacturers, so we have that potential to do that. So as of now, as I told you, we are ready to go for a business trip in Africa. Yes. So it's a good time hearing from you. So if you people are in a position to become like a distributor, or yes, then let me know so that I can talk to them, and then we will get you on board before we get somebody down there doing our trip. So
Okay. So
yeah,
first question I have in terms of you're saying you're a direct manufacturer, so you're manufacturing the products in because you're in Canada, correct?
okay, it depends. The headquarters is in Canada, but we have our manufacturing firms, most of them in China.
Okay.
This, yeah, this is what we do. We bring the Chinese company, the potential companies, into Canada, and then we train them and register their products to match the standard of the North American market.
Okay.
So when we go to China, we have all the specification from North America, and we do our manufacturing in there because of the labor and the price. Yes, that's what we do. Yeah.
Okay. And it's one manufacturer that's manufacturing multiple products across the board. Because I know you mentioned a couple of industries. You mentioned the medical,
Yes.
you mentioned the EV market as well. But you mentioned a couple of different names of products that I'm not even familiar with. EVD or something like that you mentioned.
Yeah, IVD. That is the IVD is a the diagnostic kits like the Maria test kits, Ebola test kits, monkey test
Oh,
kits.
okay,
Yeah, all
okay.
those products. So what I'll do is I can send you some catalogs and you can visit our website. Oh, before this is a one good area, agricultural machines,
Hmm.
tractors, and then instruments for wheat planting, harvesting. We have all of them. And that's one of our main agendas why we are going on this tour.
Okay. So on your website, do you have, I
Yeah.
guess, the categories of the products that I guess you're a wholesale distributor for the Chinese manufactured products, and then you can have
Yeah,
sub wholesales or sub affiliates within, so that opportunity is available for somebody to come in and be a distributor for your products that you're getting wholesale from overseas.
that's right. So I have registered the company headquarters in Ghana right now as I'm talking to you,
Okay.
Gabino African Limited. And that's in charge in dealing with the African market. But as you know, Africa is really big.
Right.
Yes. So we're still looking for potential customers to work with.
Right. Because you're even
Yeah.
within Ghana, I would imagine you can have other distributors within Ghana because Ghana is pretty huge as well. Or you're trying to lock up Ghana for your particular company and just have other countries that are open for other distributors.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Exactly. And uh, I received a email about 2 days ago from a sister company that is a crown company actually in China that does electronic stuff. The whole electronics, computers, headsets, surveillance cameras, and all that.
Okay.
Yeah. And they told me actually the prices were really good. So if you guys are interested, then you people can tell us, okay, this is what I want. Give me your specification. This is the price that you think you can buy from us.
Okay.
That's how we operate. Then we go to the drawing board and then we figure out and then we come back and say, hey, okay, we're okay with it, or this is what we can do for you at this price, or we can upgrade it and this will be better for you for the market. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of your background is in distribution and manufacturing, or what is your background?
So,
Can you hear me?
oh, my background is I did engineering and cybersecurity.
Okay.
But yeah, uh, what really directed me to this market is that I had a friend from China before when I was in the university,
Hmm.
and he was an importer to Canada. At that time, I was in Montreal.
Okay.
So we became friends. And then we started traveling together, doing marketing and all these things, going for a tour. I went actually with him to Ghana 2 times. And he started telling me how the market is so rich and how people need the products.
Hmm.
So from that angle, I decided to, okay, I mean, that's where the money is. So let's go.
So wait a minute, you're Ghanaian or what
I'm
nationality?
originally, no, I'm a Ghanaian, but I have the Canadian nationality.
So wait a minute, a Chinese guy took you to Ghana, and
No, I took him to Ghana.
or you took him to Ghana. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because he owns a company in Hong Kong and in China, and he needed a market. So we had a meeting one day after going to play soccer, and then he got interested. So I took him to Ghana right away. For
Okay.
him. Okay, so he
That
saw
sounds
a lot
better
of
because I
stuff.
thought at first you said he took you to Ghana. I'm like, wait a
Oh no,
minute.
no, no, no.
Okay. Okay.
I took him to Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's amazing how relationships and business partnerships can be formed. So now you
Yeah.
have a direct connection with he's the CEO of the company, or what's his position within the company? He's the owner, or
Okay, I know the CEO. He's not the CEO, but I know the CEO. He
okay,
is an international director.
okay.
Yeah, for
So
the
he's
company, but I
responsible
know the
pretty
CEO.
much for helping revenue generation for the company as a director, I would imagine.
Exactly,
So they're always looking for
exactly.
opportunities, emerging markets and things like that. So yeah, so
Yes,
in Africa, multiple countries are definitely, even the continent is an emerging market. And that's kind of my positioning in terms of what I'm doing, just trying to network with as many people within the diaspora and on the continent to create this group of people that we can are like-minded and we can move forward in terms of the pursuing the opportunities that are available and in helping Africa move forward with that.
you see, and I take it very serious when I get people like you. At least you have an idea and you know what you're doing. I can share with you what these Africans. I had an order for 100,000 laptops.
Mm.
Everything was customized made. Invoice and everything was given to them. Getting to one good year, they couldn't even pay a cent. We did all this work, send them samples, 3 different laptops. They checked, they came back, signed everything. Instead of signing the agreement and giving us the first payment up to now. So, in fact, sometimes it's very, very frustrating. I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is why we decided no, now we're going to go directly
Mm.
and see what is happening.
Okay.
So that's what about, yeah, this trip, because this trip wasn't planned for, but because of what they did, now we decided to go there directly. Yeah. So if we can get serious, customers, why not? We're ready to, roll with that entity or person.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll post your website as well
Mhm.
in the notes, and I share my videos that I do with my the co-chair of the ADDI North Carolina chapter and that platform. So we have more eyes on the opportunity because that's what it's about. It's about sharing the potential of what's available and putting it before people. And if they take advantage, they take advantage. It's just like on Dr. Harnett's call where she was kind of brainstorming different avenues where there's a huge potential. And I think on that particular call, she mentioned scaffolding because within the construction industry, and she mentioned, I think there was something in the news recently where X amount of people have died on construction sites just for not having the
Yeah,
proper safety equipment. So the harnesses, the scaffolding, things like that can be brought in from China or from wherever, and then that's a
yeah,
business opportunity. You can rent the scaffolding, you can rent the harness, and other types of equipment. So that same avenue is what's available, I guess, with the opportunity that you have
yeah.
for the types of products. So yeah, that's a huge opportunity. So are you planning on just staying in Canada and just doing business from Canada and building the operation here? Are you planning on transitioning over at some point?
Oh no, some point I will be permanently in Ghana or in one African country, depending upon what the business is.
Okay.
And then I'll be coming here and then going to China because sometimes we have training. We organize training online,
Mm.
and then we bring in our engineers to train the people that we work with or do training with,
Okay.
especially with the tractors and farm equipments and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's excellent. I saw a post recently, something similar, but was in the oil industry, where
Yes.
the president of Ghana was bringing in industrial type of equipment. And
Yeah.
unlike some of the other countries where they were being operated by Chinese or foreigners, it was mandated in the contract that they had to train people on the continent to actually use the equipment, which creates the jobs and the growth potential. Because if you just
Yeah.
have foreigners that have the expertise to run the equipment, then it undermines what you're trying to accomplish because they now have
Exactly.
higher end positions. So I like that aspect of it for sure.
Yeah, and we do post service um, maintenance and all that. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. So, and you're based on our conversation, you're actually headed to Ghana next week or this week.
Next week, yeah. And from Ghana, we're trying to connect to the East African countries.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, one high profile from the Kenya is we are meeting this guy in Ghana. Yeah, next week.
That's excellent. Now, in terms, I guess, if somebody wanted to come on board and become a distributor, is there a minimum buy-in, like a franchise cost, or how does that work for somebody that's trying to get
Oh,
involved?
what happens is that first you got to buy minimum amount of certain things. Because if you are a distributor, then it means we are selling to the next person who comes from that same place. So anybody who comes from outside will be directed to you, the distributor. So with that in mind, then we have some minimum amount of quantity that you got to buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense. So yeah, what I'll do, like I said, I'll put the information on
Okay.
several different places. So, and in terms of the website, there's a place there where they would connect directly with you. This is your site, or this is the parent company site?
The one we are on right now.
No, the one that you mentioned, the
Oh
website,
no,
your
no,
site, or
that,
that's
that that is the company's website.
okay. Now, do you have a website or somewhere where people will contact you directly if they were interested in pursuing an opportunity like that?
Actually, I haven't got my own website.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
but second, please. Yeah, sorry about that. I
Yeah.
have a company in Ghana that exports we dry fruit chips such as mango, pineapple, coconut, pawpaw, and we cater for the airlines too.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that's a separate company that you have.
that's a separate company.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a separate company too. And because you asked me about the website, but I don't want to mix that with
With the
this
other opportunity, right?
business
Well, I mean,
exactly.
that's good to know, like I said, because I'm kind of relaunching some e-commerce stuff that I used to do. So
Mhm.
I pivoted back. So I'm kind of building that up as well. And that is something that I'm interested in and be able to either private label or do my own branding for some of the
Exactly.
products that I want to put on. Right now, I'm on Amazon, but eventually Walmart, other multi-channels of marketing in terms of e-commerce products. So that's definitely something that I'm interested in the near future because I'm doing it now. So we can talk definitely about something like
Okay.
that later on.
Okay. That's even better. If really we're gonna get along and do this business, I wouldn't mind instead of me creating a website, you creating a website, duplicating stuff. I can get all the stuff, push it to you because you are the distributor. Put it on your website.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And in case anybody bypass you or comes along, hey, go to this website
Yeah.
and contact the person over there.
Right. That's interesting. That's what I'm interested in. Exclusive
Yeah,
agreements. So yeah,
exactly.
that would work. That would work. That's some of the stuff that Dr. Harnett is talking about. I think she had one person that she profiled that did a cosmetics product, and now they're in Sephora. So they did shea I think shea butter. Is that what it's called? I know my wife uses it, but
Yeah, share about that. Yeah,
yeah,
I
they
used to
did.
that. I used to do that business before.
Okay,
Cosmetics.
so yeah, they did that, and it was really just changing the packaging and
Yeah,
whatever added to it, but it was a lot smaller quantity because you're in Sephora, you're not in like a little grocery store. So just making it a luxury type of brand and product and the business took off. So the opportunity, like you said, is there in a lot of different niches and a lot of different
Yeah.
verticals for sure. So yeah, it's definitely good connecting with you, and definitely going forward,
Thank you.
plan on doing some things. But
Yeah,
share
let's do
anything
it.
else that you'd like to share.
Sure. I will. I'll feed you with all the colors, the brochure, and everything. All
Wonderful,
right.
wonderful.
Yeah. And as I said, I don't need a lot of people. I need one honest, hardworking, trustworthy person
Mhm.
to work with.
Well, I'm sure once we post this and the information is out there, you're going to get a whole lot of people knocking on your door, like looking to, because you see it on Dr. Harnet's calls where people when she says something, they're interested. I'm interested. So
Exactly.
there's a lot of opportunity. On one of the ADDI calls that I was on, there was a gentleman that did 3D printing. And he was
Yeah.
talking about the opportunity for, even like small mechanical type of parts like screws. And I think that was his
Mhm.
expertise in terms of machinery. So he
Yeah.
had a 3D printing vertical that he was interested in terms of machinery parts. I'm like, that's huge because Africa hasn't gone through the industrialization that other
Yes.
countries have, but that's where things are trending now.
So,
So yeah, there's so much that's available. So yeah, it's definitely a pleasure meeting you and talking with you. And I'm sure we'll have many more conversations. May meet. I plan on making my first trip actually next year. So um, we'll definitely cross paths and maybe connect
sure.
on the continent, if not, in the States somewhere. So if there's anything else that you want to share, feel
Uh,
free.
what, yeah, what I would like to say is if let's say you have a potential customer that needs something, let's say a machine that the customer needs and he hasn't got it in the market, they can come to us. We can manufacture that machine for that particular person. And
Mm,
it's not the first time. We had an order from Ghana. The guy came in and then he said he needs a machine that can produce toothpick. So just like that, we asked him for a picture. He went on the net and he gave us a picture, and then we designed everything, and then we sent it to him. And then we told him that using wood will be more expensive. So we designed a machine using bamboo
mm,
for a toothpick.
mm.
Everything was done. And then the guy came back instead of, making the payment so that we send the machines to the guy. He came back and he said, now add popcorn cones to the machine. And we
Popcorn.
were,
What?
can you believe this? You see, these are some of the things we experience from our people.
So you went through the fabrication process of fabricating a machine based on his specifications, and once the machine is produced, he's changed. And well, you did that fabrication of the machine with no money up front.
No, we did the blueprint.
Oh, you did the schematic for
Yeah,
okay for the machine.
exactly the blueprint and the specs, and then we sent it to him. He approved, and he said, so we asked him for a down payment to start because the materials and everything we had that already lined up.
Okay.
And then instead of telling us something, excuse me to say, rational or logical, he came and said, add a popcorn cone onto the machine. Going back to the drawing board. Can you imagine this?
Yeah. It's some of the things that you hear. Hopefully it's a phase and people will, you know, do better. but yeah, you hear some of the stories coming out of the content, even
Oh,
people that are already in business and they go into the site and the theft and the kind of
you see, and
laziness.
when they come along, oh, the money is ready, the money is ready. So we tell them we don't know how much it's gonna cost. Just leave us, let's do our analysis and then the process and everything. You see, and you see, what I can share with you, some of them are one government, I won't mention the name, ordered 100,000 laptops. And up to now that I'm talking to you, they can't even make a payment for 1,000.
Oh, that was a government. I didn't know that was a government agency.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you see, the government doesn't come straight forward.
hmm.
So somebody directed through somebody, but at the end of the
Oh, it's a middleman. Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
after thorough investigation and analysis, we got to know that that person is actually representing the government.
Mm.
And these are some of the hardship we're going through.
That's why it's good to have the networks like the have you ever heard of Denta, the Odana network?
No.
She's in Ghana. She has an organization called GUBA, Grow,
Oh,
Unite,
yeah.
Build Africa. GUBA. You heard of them? So she
Yeah.
has a channel on YouTube, and she's networking with really high level people in Ghana, and that's part of this whole process, connecting with the right people. That's what Dr. Arakana talks about as well. That she meets with presidents of countries, and
Mhm.
she's trying to direct contracts to people that are qualified. And one of the things that
Exactly.
she mentioned, like in Atlanta, Georgia, the black mayor is the one that was responsible for outsourcing part of the building of the airport to black
Okay.
contractors. So she's looking to try to do the same thing to tap into the diaspora and the talent pool to leverage that content. I mean that expertise and uh, fulfill contracts that are available on the continent. So the airports, the things that you're talking about, equipment, things like that. I've kind of dabbled in it here in terms of trying to get a government contract. I'm currently doing some logistics, medical delivery, but there's a wide range of contracts that are available, for instance, in the States. So the same thing can be available on the continent, but it's really just
Yeah.
tapping into the right talent pool of people that have the expertise to fulfill the contracts.
Okay. So Darren, it's nice meeting you.
Same
Let me hear
here.
from you. And as I said, I really need somebody. This is not one man show.
Yeah,
Somebody reliable. We can work together so that I'll be glad to go on holidays with you and meet my people,
there we
both in
go.
Canada and in China.
There we go.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, Tony, I won't hold you up. I know you're preparing to really take your trip. You said you're going for several weeks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you enjoy, and we'll hopefully catch up when you get back, and then we
Sure.
continue with further conversations, and you can tell me what's going on, I guess, during that time in terms of your success and how things are going
Okay.
for you.
Actually, if you got anything, you have my email address. You can
Yes,
send
I
me
do.
email.
I
Yeah.
will.
I'm on WhatsApp too.
I don't have the WhatsApp. You can send me that, but you can
Oh,
send
the
that to
same
me.
my phone number.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we'll pick up. But like I said, it's a pleasure meeting with you. And
Me too.
I know we're gonna have future conversations and profitable
Sure.
conversations in the future. But you enjoy the rest of your day and talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
You're
Nice
welcome.
talking to you.
Same here. Bye.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye.